Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome, all you junkies, to Thursday night chit chat with the junkies. And as you can see, I have my lovely wife here who has just recently had a birthday.
Yep.
Say hello.
Trying to work this stupid thing, and I think it turned it off.
You think you turned it off? Okay, let's see here. There you go.
Okay.
All right, so now we got all mic'd up.
Yep.
Kind of. Hey, Parks fam, how you doing? Anybody else in there? Well, we'll see you guys when you come in, as long as you throw a little chat in the chat room there. Um, welcome all. Welcome all. Sasquatch's Cave. Hello. You must be a newcomer. Hello. Welcome. Um, yeah, we're not going to do too much today. She's got to wake up early to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, 4 o'clock.
I got to wake up early to go to Busch Gardens tomorrow.
Boo.
I thought I was going to say, you're going to say something there? Unfortunately, because of the work schedule.
I haven't been able to go.
Yeah. And with that in mind, a lot of the content will probably slow down a little bit. I will still be bringing you little updates weekly, but the updates may be shorter. The weekly videos may probably only be like 10-15 minutes. Going to slow down a little bit on the production of the content while I gather some content to give you something big soon. Hello, Matt. How you doing? We're doing fine. I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
She's just tired.
Yeah.
she had to work today, a nice 8-hour shift, 6 o'clock in the morning, and when she came home today, she went straight to eat what she called lunch, and it was more at dinner time, and then she went to sleep.
I only had like 5 hours of sleep.
So she'll need to get some sleep tonight so she can do her shifts tomorrow.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was thinking about that. I just haven't had time to get to playing Planet Coaster 2. So I will be working on a lot more of the scenery. I think the other guy that was working with me on it, he's working on it on a console, and I think he finally reached his limit. So he probably can't load it up and do any more work on it. But he did some fabulous work. Now I have to see if I can find somebody else that's on a PC that can help me finish it up. But it's pretty much all the rides are there. Wild Oasis, I do need to work on and put it in there. The scenery, and if you know what Busch Gardens did on April 1st and actually turned themselves into a bush, we need to put some more bushes in our park, don't we?
I guess.
That way, there's bushes at Busch Garden. But yeah.
Get it right.
It sounded better in my head. I'm sorry, guys. It's been a long day for me, sitting in front of the computer and
doing nothing.
Doing IT work. Yeah, basically doing nothing. So, yeah, that's the extent of my life. I should actually do a video, but it would probably be more like a documentary, and you guys would probably fall asleep.
So, I know I would.
Yeah, no. What I do...
It's boring.
It's boring. Unless there's a fire, and when I say fire, I don't mean a real fire. I mean something like a fire that I need to. It's an emergency, a technical emergency that needs to be handled, like a computer has a virus or something. Uh, oh, cool.
What?
Six Flags Great Adventure. Matt went there last Saturday, and they have the track from King to Ka on the ground. I saw them demolishing that. That was a pretty cool video, and you get to see it when you ride El Toro. Hello, Ernest. Good evening, and hello, Super Sandwich. Sandwich. I know what you mean. So, yeah, I did want to go ahead and give you guys an update for all of you that are past members, and for all of you that are not past members, there's some cool benefits that are going on right now at Busch Gardens. And let's see if I can't. Yeah, there we go. We have the Passport to Discovery going on. Looks like all the way up to May 3rd. What this is you have to visit Busch Gardens, and if you're a frequent visitor or a past member and you go there often, every time you go, you need to get a voucher signifying that you visited. Once you get 4 of them, you get an invitation to a party when they open up Wild Oasis. And you get to have fun with all the rest of the people that have gotten invitations to the party. Then we also have Busch Bucks going on for the first couple of weeks. Discounted guest tickets. A free cocoa grow kit. And I had to actually read into this, the details. You can pick up your free cocoa starter grow kit at Busch Gardens. The starter container is made of natural coir derived from coconuts and includes everything you need to grow vibrant zinnias from seed. It is a fun, eco-friendly way to celebrate the season and bring a little piece of Busch Gardens home. So we got to go to the Marrakesh gift shop, and we're going to go ahead and start growing our seeds. You got a free food and wine sample going on to May 18th. We already got our ones this month, but I'm not sure if you get one every visit. Get a one-time. Yep. So it's only a one-time voucher, so we'll have to see when I get there if I can look it up and see if I can get another one. And Sarah and Michael, hello, welcome. How you doing, Michael? Sarah asks, what's our favorite coaster? Well, if you're asking about just the coasters, my favorite coaster is Iron Gwazi.
Yep, and mine is the Serengeti Flyer.
That's not really a coaster.
I know that's not a coaster.
It's a flat ride. So out of all the coasters, which is your favorite coaster?
Iron Gwazi. Okay,
there we go. Now, yeah, if you want to include rides, all rides, flat rides, it's still not my favorite, but it is up there. My favorite flat ride, though, is Falcon's Fury.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it goes from Iron Gwazi, Falcon's Fury, then Serengeti Flyer, and yeah, from there it's all mixed up. Yes, Shikra is back open. Shikra opened up I would say about 10 days ago, maybe a couple of weeks ago. It was definitely opened up last Friday. And
Did we go? Oh, I didn't go last Friday.
you didn't go Friday? Yeah, you went Friday.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Did we write it?
Yeah, we wrote it.
We did?
Yes, we did.
Oh, okay.
Remember, we had to take the stairs because the elevator was broke?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one problem. Even though it was down for maintenance, they couldn't fix the elevator. So you have to take the stairs. So sorry for the ADA people. The elevator is not in operation, so if you're bound to a wheelchair, unfortunately, you won't be able to ride Shikra. Good thing, though, is the elevator is in operation in Cheetah Hunt. Cobra's Curse, well, that's a different story. They have a separate ADA loading area. For exclusively for past members, you get a food and wine sampler lanyard. I think you get like you get 18 at the same price as a 15 sampler, which I think is $79.89. I don't know exactly. You can save on Discovery Cove, a free guest ticket at the end of the month. All month long, Platinum, you get a additional 20% off at Caravan Crossing. And also, Platinum members, you get a double discount on food and drinks. Then they have the extra perks, the free car wash at Woody's, a free drink in Keel and Curly Winery, and 50% off Lost Pearl Pirate Adventure Cruises. So that is it for all you past members. Super Sandwich, you'll start working on Cobra's Curse? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's in Roblox. Yeah, they do. The passes do offer a lot of value, especially when you pay month to month, because it's like $43 for us each month. And with how often we go,
knock it off.
The birds are fighting. With how often we go, that's like $10 a visit if you break it down. Sometimes we don't even, when we have lunch, we usually only get one entree.
Knock it the heck off.
Yep, we split the entree because it's so much food for the both of us. Let's see.
Okay, Google, turn off kitchen.
You forgot to mute your mic.
Oh, well.
She was dealing with some birds.
Bad birds.
Yep. So we did that. We actually do not know about Kumba. Yeah, the last I heard was they are waiting on some parts to repair it. There was some, I think it was Kalen, who's the Gwazi King, did a little video on him. He mentioned that he saw a big, huge crane out there by the Kumba parking lot. And they did, in my last video, recently put up work walls around Kumba. And usually when they put work walls up around a ride, that's either one,
They're fixing it.
they're either going to demolish it, or two, major work is going to be done to it. And I'm thinking with the crane, I'm thinking some major work is happening to Kumba. Maybe they need to replace some track, and the big crane is there to maybe replace some track that's needed to be replaced. Maybe they, who knows? Maybe one of the pillars, one of the support pillars, need to be replaced. It could be any number of things. The nice thing is, it is a B&M, and if it is a support pillar, we all know what happened to Fury 325. Was it where the support pillar cracked? But what they do is there is a redundancy of support pillars, and plus the track itself being that box track, that acts like a support in itself. So if one or two pillars go and get cracked and end up like Fury 325, it doesn't matter, because everything else is going to be fine. Now, 3 or 4 crack, then you might have a problem. But if one crack, you just replace it. Yeah. Yeah, I see you mentioning that a lot in the comments. With what all they're doing, and this is all coming from corporate, of course. The higher ups are trying to cut costs. They tried to pull off this little trick about ever since COVID, I think it has been, how to run the rides with the minimal amount of operators or staff. And unfortunately, they kept on going with that, running the rides with minimal support staff. And sometimes people call in and they are short-staffed. So, yeah, they need to hire more people, and they need to pay them better. Sorry to say, but I don't think they're going to spend money in. I think they actually, in the Mardi Gras, they took out the band, the marching band that was going along with the Mardi Gras. So
that was stupid.
They're cutting costs. I can't tell you anything other than they're cutting costs. So seeing that these shows, these little parades and stuff going on, they will probably definitely be missed for quite some time until somebody buys out Busch Gardens, which I hope. Yeah, Ernest, Montu is getting up there in age as well. But yeah, I think Montu, though, has been taken care of a lot more than Kumba has, maintenance-wise. Yes, they've done maintenance on Kumba, but not as much as they've taken care of Montu, because Montu's in the front and Kumba's in the back. But from what I can gather, as much as possible, the park does want to reopen Kumba and give riders a chance to ride it. In my heart, though, in my gut, I don't think they're going to keep it open for long if they do open it. So, what happened to the Scorpion? Well, it's getting old. The manufacturer is no longer available. There was a lot of work that needed to be done on Scorpion, especially the brakes. I know when we rode it on its last days,
It skipped the line.
It blew right through the main brake, and it came into the station quite hot. So, yeah, they had to then run it again with nobody on it, or yeah.
Very little
And
people.
then they had the mechanics out there constantly adjusting the brakes. They said, "Nope, we're done," and they finally closed it for good.
So now it's just sitting there like
now it's just sitting there, but I hear rumors that there is a gentleman. I think he's from Indiana Beach. I want to say. I can't say too much because I don't know all the facts, but from what I've heard, along the lines of rumors, this guy who usually buys old Schwarzkopf roller coasters and rebuilds them, fixes them up, and puts them in other parks or resells them. That he's got it, he bought it, and he is just waiting for the right time to come and pick it up. That's what I heard. Now that's just a rumor, though, and that's just what I've heard from many, many, many people. So yeah, it's a standing but not operational roller coaster at the moment, and possibly nobody from Busch Gardens is allowed to touch it because they don't own it anymore. That's a possibility. Not 100% sure, but that's something that I possibly heard. Let's see. Hello, Willie. How you doing? Good evening, Willie. I'll see you tomorrow morning, I hope. You won't see Maggie.
Thank you, Willie.
Unfortunately, Willie, Maggie won't be with me. She's got to work tomorrow morning.
Yeah, it's 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, Kumba is the most problems because it is oldest. Yeah, they did that also. No, I don't think it's going to stay open for 7+ years.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Liam, how is it going?
Liam!
Happy late birthday.
Thank you.
No, they're not gonna scrap it. I think somebody's gonna come in there and take it apart, piece by piece. And now the weird thing about Scorpion, at the time that was installed, Schwarzkopf was making those roller coasters as traveling coasters. But and I was looking at it when we were there Friday, and I was taking a good look at it, and I was like, wow, just a few bolts, and you can take this thing all apart and put it on the back of a few trucks and haul it away. But that one they actually made and put there permanently. But the only way that they did that permanently was to put footers in the ground, and those footers had bolts that were sticking way down into this footer. And these footers probably, I'm going to say they probably go 10, 15 feet deep. Who knows, maybe more. And the bolts come up, and the roller coaster support is actually bolted down right on the footers using the bolts and nuts, with a lot of paint over it. A lot of paint. So they're going to have to blast all that paint away, undo the bolts, and tear it apart, and piece by piece take it a little bit track by track and haul it away and fix it up however they want to fix it up. Let's see, where are we? A dueling coaster. That would be funny. Good old Python versus Scorpion. Uh, as far as I know, Ernest, no. I haven't heard anything about what might be going in place there. Um, yeah, possibly another flat ride. Could be a Raptor. RMC Raptor could go there. Um, it's anybody's guess, though, and I haven't heard anything about what. I haven't actually heard if they're going to be taking away when they're going to be taking it away. So, um, as far as what goes there, that could be a few years down the road. I think what's first going to come by is an announcement about Pumbaa, and then, well, Eric, the I think he's the project manager there, um, construction, project manager. I think Eric said something in an interview, something bigger and faster, to the question of what's next. So, besides Wild Oasis, which isn't really bigger or faster, but um, it should be quite an experience with Wild Oasis. But we'll have to wait for another year or two before we find out what comes the bigger and faster. So, um, mm, it depends on how much work they put into Kumba. As far as I know, um, yeah, as far as I know, Kumba is pretty much at the end of its life, um, according to B&M. Now, if they do a lot of work, it really all depends. Now, I would hate to see it just open up for a couple of months because they did repaint it recently. They painted the signs for it recently, and the fact that it just recently celebrated its 30th anniversary. Now it's working on 32 years, but yeah, I don't know about 5 more years, but if they put a lot of money into it, they could probably make it last at least 5 more years. Ooh, now that is actually what I thought they were going to be replacing uh, Sand Serpent with, is a wild moose. And that would fit in that scorpion plot very nicely. And it would be an interesting take on a wild mouse ride. So, yeah, definitely want to find out what they're going to put there, but they first have to take Scorpion away. Um, yep. 30 years, repaint, new logo is giving a lot of info for Kumba.
Hmm.
Yeah, but they did. They replaced the signs. They actually updated the sign for it, which I thought was interesting. Yeah, just a couple of years ago, we just celebrated the 30th birthday. Um, and I think about 3 years ago, they just repainted it. So the paint job on coasters usually lasts at least 7 to 10 years, depending on how much Florida sun it gets. um, I don't think it's a lot of info. It's all pretty much out there. Yes, But I don't think Montu will have to put too much money into, because they've been taking care of Montu quite a bit. And I think Montu is on more stable ground than Kumba. Um, all that land back there is not really all that stable. Not that it's sinking, um, but it is very soft ground in that area. So the ground probably did shift a little bit in the past 30 years from when Kumba first was put up there. And for all of those saying, oh, it's that sinkhole, no. If anything, that sinkhole would have affected the Congo River Rapids more than Kumba. And the Congo River Rapids is a totally different story why it's shut down. And from what I gather, I think I heard that they actually got the water in there. They were testing it out. So very soon, Congo River Rapids will be reopening. Um, so that might be true about the rumors might be true that it was probably something like a pump shaft that needed to be replaced. Yeah, Kumba is by 3 ponds. But those 3 ponds are actually a lot closer to Congo River Rapids. Only one of the ponds comes close to Kumba, and actually a lot of Kumba is over the employee parking lot back there. But yeah, the ground is kind of soft. So, but yeah, it was. I think it was like 7, possibly 750 feet away. If you look on Google Earth, you can actually see the sinkhole at Busch Gardens and calculate the distance. Put the little ruler there and say, yeah, closest point to Kumba was 748 feet, and it was only like about 100 feet, maybe 150 feet away from the Congo River Rapids. So, if anything, that sinkhole would have affected Congo River Rapids more than anything else. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I heard something about a crane. They have permits approved for using a crane that's at least 300 feet high or something like that. Mm. Yep, there we go. I knew somebody would bring it up. Um, mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. And well, Kalen did say he saw a crane back there in the by Kumba. So who knows? Wonder if they're planning on something back there. I will probably I will try to find out when I go there on Friday tomorrow. Hmm. I think I tried looking for that permit. I couldn't find it. I have to look it up again. But yeah, I will be going tomorrow. Hopefully, it's not too windy. Hopefully, the Skyride is running, because that's the closest I should be able to get. Either that or have to take the train ride to the Kumba parking lot where I can see where the crane is. So I'll have to take one or the other, the train or the Skyride. And I'll take a look back there for you guys. See if I can find the crane back there. and see if I can find out what it's doing back there. I think the other ride, well, yeah, definitely. I can probably ride Falcon's Fury, make sure I get on the north side for you and take a peek. Bring the camera up there with me. um, they actually get a lot of money from the zoo. Um, that's actually a lot of that money. Yeah, it does. And I forget what the amount was. I found out on one of the behind the scenes tours when we went into the kitchen, their grocery budget for all of the animals. It was millions of dollars. So, uh, but I don't think they foot the whole entire bill. I think it's also shared with, um, well, they do have sponsors. Busch Gardens does have sponsors. Plus, they are part of the AZA, the Aquarium and Zoo Association. They're also part of the, I think it's called the SSP, the Species Survival Program, which I just found out that one of the rhinos will be heading out because, well, they can't have him with mom. That could be a problem. So he's going to be, he's already been designated a place to go. And hopefully he can find a family and breed and make some more baby rhinos. Um, okay, a circle search. Yeah. I don't actually remember that. I am not going to do that with Kumba. I am not going to get kicked out of the park. And not only would I get in trouble, but that would probably get my son into big trouble too.
What
Um,
they want you to do?
uh, somebody had to go onto OG Gwazi when it was abandoned. I don't remember that, but they said we should do that with Kumba.
No.
No, no, we're not going to go on Kumba. No,
You can go do it.
nope, nope, nope.
Not you. Whoever said it.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to get rid of the Serengeti because I do believe the giraffes do make them a lot of money. The Serengeti tours and all, they do reckon a lot of money because they constantly are running those tours. Um, and at like $60, $70 a pop, yeah, they're definitely racking in the money for the tours. So, yeah. It's just certain zoos and certain animals. As far as like SeaWorld, yeah, people do have a bad view about SeaWorld, but they have changed their policy. So basically, when the orcas that they have currently are retired and they pass on, they are not breeding anymore. They're just going to take care of the ones that they have until they pass on. Um, as far as what Busch Gardens and SeaWorld is doing, along with the SSP and the AZA, uh, They are actually helping to repopulate a lot of the endangered species and stuff like that. So in that case, I don't think they're going to give up the Serengeti Plain because they use that as a population to breed more giraffes, white rhinos, um, and other things that they have out there. Um, Thompson gazelles, I know they've had recently at least 4 or 5 baby Thompson gazelles, Nyalas. Um, I do know that they have one male Nyala, and he's quite active. So there's a lot of baby Nyalas there too. So it's basically I don't think they're gonna get rid of the Serengeti and put rides in there. I think they're gonna keep that for the animals. I think that's gonna be it though. We spent our time, and oh yeah, I did want to make an announcement. And this is also why I'm going tomorrow. Um, if you see here, this week has been green, and if I actually click on it, they were projected to be on Tuesday 60% crowd levels. It was only 17. Again, 60% crowd levels, only 7%. Today it was 61%, but turns out it was only 10%. Tomorrow's going to be 68% crowd levels, which I think it's probably going to be closer to 25%.
Well, don't forget about the kids that are coming in for their whatever.
Well, yeah, but last Friday there was only 6 buses, so
That's true.
yeah. Unless no grad night and all that other things are a little bit later on in the year, but so yeah, I don't predict it's going to be quite busy tomorrow, so that's going to be a good thing. I will be alone, so you might see me there all by myself. And if you do, I'll have a spot right next to me waiting for you if you want to ride with me. Some of you all don't like roller coasters. I understand. I'll be hanging out by Iron Gwazi probably a lot. I was thinking about doing the roller coaster behind the scenes tour, but I really would like to do that and bring Maggie with me because I think she would enjoy it, even though she doesn't think she will enjoy it. I think she would. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just think about it. Don't you want to go to the mid-course brake run on Montu? Be underneath the train as it goes right above you? And trust me, it does shake. The whole thing goes when the train goes over. It's quite an experience, and you do have to hold on to the railing. So,
I think it'd be fun.
yeah, the best spot for the best off-ride point of view of all of Montu. From the lift to the end, you get to see it all. Should check out that video. Many of you have already. I think it's over 10,000 views. So, yep. Don't worry. I still have to work when I'm there. If I get a phone call, I still have to fix somebody's printer remotely. After I get off the roller coaster, of course. Always have to be safe on the roller coasters. Can't bring the phone on the roller coaster. And no, I'm not going to lecture all of you again. Hey, that's a good idea. I think I will start putting together a video about roller coaster safety. And
Didn't
tomorrow,
you do that a long time ago?
yeah, but I can enhance it a little bit today because I know a little bit more. Not necessarily safety as in,
Don't be an idiot.
don't be an idiot. No, safety as in what makes a roller coaster safe.
Yeah, don't be an idiot and take your phone on the ride.
No, that is safe riding. That's not what makes a roller coaster safe. Yeah, it does help. Not directly, but I'm going to be talking about things that directly affect your safety on a roller coaster. Right?
Yep.
Okay. And with that, I think we'll call it a night.
Yeah, because I got to get to bed soon.
And I'm getting tired too. I don't know if you notice this. My eyes are getting a little bit. Oh, we're still on the air. Okay.
Don't be an idiot.
Well, guys, that'll be it from the Busch Gardens Junkies. Don't forget to watch all the rest of these. And if you like it, hit that like button down at the bottom. And if you are a first-time visitor, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join the channel and watch the videos. Have fun with us. Like I said, we're going to probably slow down on the content. And this will be... We won't be doing a Thursday night chit chat next week, but we will be the week after. So in 2 weeks, we'll see you again. In 2 weeks, Thursday night.
That's so we can get more content and more
Well,
stuff
that's just
up.
I wanted to go and do the chit chat because it is the beginning of the month and there's new past member perks, and I wanted to show everybody the new past member perks. So, and with the yawn, yeah, in the background over there, over Mrs. Sleepy.
Sorry, but I have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. Well, guys, with that, we'll see you at the parks.